The weekend is here and high pressure is rolling in. Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you very much for joining us. So we've had a bit of a cooler southerly over the last couple of days. This is it here out around the eastern North Island. As that southerly fades, high pressure is rolling in and that's locking in the cooler air, which is why you probably noticed this morning was fairly cool, especially for northern New Zealand after what was a very humid afternoon yesterday with all those thunderstorms across Waikato and into some parts of Western Bay of Plenty. Cooler morning this morning and the sun's out as a light southeasterly flow comes through, but still a little bit wet and showery around the eastern side. Now as we go into Saturday, we've got this little trough. It's like a very weak low or a pothole in the sky, fills up with a few showers. Another way I sometimes describe it as being like a puncture in the high pressure system. So you can see here this little system here. I said the other day when it was sitting over the Auckland area, don't focus on it too much because it's pretty weak. I'm glad I said that because now it seems to be focused more around the Gisborne, East Cape area, and even then most of it's offshore. But with a southeasterly blowing through, it is worth noticing because it will make for a bit of wet weather around that northeastern side. Everybody else though, after a cool start to the day, has a fairly pleasant afternoon. Sunday, things warm up a bit on Sunday. We've got an easterly flow in the north, but in the south it's a nor'wester. Not only is it a nor'wester, but it's a subtropical one that's turning around and coming on in. So it should be a fairly pleasant and warm Sunday afternoon. Couple of showers out here in the northeast still remain, but there's a cold front moving through and into the South Island that will sort of dominate Sunday night onwards. So speaking of that, this is the 2-day rainfall map which goes from 6 p.m. Sunday night to 6 p.m. Tuesday. The North Island doesn't show much rain. In fact, the whole top part here basically dry, 0.1 to 2 millimeters. In other words, a shower. Other areas a little bit higher in the accumulation in the yellow there, 10 millimeters maybe a little bit more than that just up here around East Cape. Otherwise, mostly dry. In the South Island, dry on the eastern side and up around Nelson and Marlborough, other than maybe a spit or a couple of showers. But the West Coast has over 100 millimetres of rain down in South Westland. It's only about 30 millimetres up around Westport. But those rainfall figures of 100 millimetres, that's quite a bit because it's going to fall in just 2 days. So that is your from 6 p.m. on Sunday night. Right, let's move into next week. So Monday starts off fairly dry for the North Island. Again, there might be an isolated shower, otherwise dry. We've got a front moving up the west coast, but because there's powerful high pressure on either side of it, that front's going to be decimated as it moves further northwards. You see that on Tuesday. There's a southerly on Tuesday coming back in again. That will drop the temperatures. Typical autumn weather pattern, and that front just falls apart the further it moves northward. So maybe only a bit of drizzle coming through for some northern areas. And here is Wednesday's setup. That front just vanishes. So that's what I mean. Clouds will roll in, maybe a spit or a bit of drizzle, and then it's just completely gone. This low out here and this one to the north, maybe worth keeping an eye on as we go into the following weekend. It's a little too far out though for us to lock in, but as you can see, the South Island got a lot of high pressure. Generally speaking, many places are leaning a little bit drier than average for the next week ahead. That is all from me. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday.